Hey Raiders fans, today we're diving deep into the question that's been buzzing around the Las Vegas camp. Will Michael Mayer finally step up and become a real factor in the Raiders offense? When the Raiders traded up in the second round of the 2023 NFL draft to pick Mayer out of Notre Dame, it felt like a major statement. Here was a tight end with all the credentials: record-breaking college production, elite receiving skills, and the physical traits to translate into the pros. Everyone expected Mayer to be the future franchise tight end, a cornerstone for years to come. Mayer's rookie year showed flashes of that potential. He wasn't just a body on the field. He demonstrated crisp route running, solid hands, and a natural feel for finding soft spots in the defense. But the key word there is flashes. Consistent production just didn't come. The Raiders and fans alike hoped he would make that leap quickly. But by the end of the season, it was clear that Mayer's impact was still limited, and questions began to creep in about how quickly he would grow into the role. Then came the surprise move in the 2024 draft. Just a year after investing heavily in Mayer, the Raiders made a bold decision to select another tight end, Brock Bowers, with a 13th overall pick. Bowers was one of the most talked about prospects, known for his explosive athleticism and ability to make big plays downfield. This move seemed to signal a new offensive weapon that could redefine the Raiders' passing game. Naturally, this led to speculation that the Raiders would run plenty of 12 personnel sets. That is, formations with one running back and two tight ends, combining the strengths of Mayer and Bowers to create an almost unstoppable duo. Yet, despite all the hype and strategic planning, that dynamic duo didn't come to fruition on the field. The 2024 season was a bit of a roller coaster for Mayer. He missed multiple games due to a personal matter, which put him behind the curve. When he did return, his numbers were modest: 21 receptions for 156 yards across the season. That's a far cry from the dominant presence many envisioned when the Raiders traded up for him in the draft. Meanwhile, Bowers quickly emerged as the team's top offensive weapon, grabbing attention with his ability to stretch the field and make key catches, effectively shifting the tight end hierarchy in Las Vegas. Heading into his third season, Mayer's situation is complicated but full of potential. On one hand, he's still young, talented, and has the chance to carve out a significant role. The Raiders' offense, under new offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, could be a perfect playground for a player with Mayer's skill set, especially since Kelly's system often emphasizes versatility and dynamic playmakers. On the other hand, with Bowers firmly established as the premier tight end option, Mayer faces the challenge of finding his place without being overshadowed or relegated to a minor role. It's worth noting that the Raiders were the NFL's most frequent users of 12 personnel last season, so the concept of utilizing two tight ends remains very much alive. If Mayer can recapture his rookie year promise and build on it, this dual tight end setup could be a nightmare for opposing defenses. Mayer has the size, the hands, and the route running ability to become a reliable target, especially in intermediate routes and in red zone situations where his skill set can make a difference. If he can stay healthy and consistent, there's no reason he can't evolve into a key contributor. Still, the risk remains that Mayer might fall into the background. With Bowers commanding so much attention and production, Mayer could end up seeing limited snaps, struggling to make an impact in a crowded offense. The Raiders are also under the direction of Chip Kelly for the first time, which means there will inevitably be some growing pains as players adjust to new schemes, terminology, and expectations. How Mayer adapts to Kelly's system could be a defining factor for his future. This season sets up as a pivotal one for Mayer. He is widely regarded as a talented athlete who has the potential to be a serious weapon, but talent alone doesn't guarantee success in the NFL. It's about consistency, opportunity, and sometimes just plain luck with health and timing. The Raiders' offense, especially the passing game, could take a major leap forward if Mayer finds his groove and becomes a dependable option alongside Bowers. That scenario would give Las Vegas a formidable 1-2 punch at tight end, something few teams in the league can match. In many ways, Mayer represents one of the biggest wild cards for the Raiders heading into the 2025 season. The offense is evolving, the coaching staff is new, and expectations are rising. Will Mayer step up and justify the Raiders' investment? or will he fade into a role player? Watching how this situation unfolds will be one of the more intriguing storylines throughout the offseason and into the regular season. At his best, Maya has all the tools to be a major playmaker, whether that means breaking tackles after the catch, creating mismatches in coverage, or serving as a safety valve for the quarterback. If he can put it all together, the Raiders' offense will benefit tremendously. But if he struggles to find consistency or fails to adapt to the new coaching style, it's hard to see how he avoids becoming a footnote compared to the emergence of Bowers. One thing is clear, Maya's third season is a make or break moment. His talent is unquestioned, but the NFL is a league of performance, not potential. The silver and black will be watching closely, and so will the fans, as this young tight end tries to finally claim his place in one of the most exciting offenses in the league. As we look deeper into Michael Mayer's potential impact on the Raiders' offense in this upcoming season, it's important to consider not only his individual abilities, but also how the team's overall offensive strategy could influence his role. The Raiders have historically shown a willingness to adapt and experiment with their offensive schemes, and with Chip Kelly stepping in as the new offensive coordinator, fresh ideas and adjustments are inevitable. Kelly's offensive philosophy emphasizes pace, versatility, and the creative use of personnel, which could open up new pathways for Mayer to make an impression. One of the key factors for Mayer will be his health and availability. Last season's absence for personal reasons clearly stalled his development and reduced his chances to build chemistry with the quarterback and other teammates. Consistent playing time is critical for a young player trying to break out, especially at the tight end position, where synchronization with the quarterback on timing routes and blocking assignments can take time to perfect. If Mayer can maintain his health and stay on the field, he'll have more opportunities to prove that he's not just a developmental project, but a real weapon for this offense. Physically, Mayer has the prototypical build for a modern tight end. Enough size to be a strong blocker, but also the agility and hands to be a reliable receiving threat. The challenge lies in translating those physical tools into production against the speed and physicality of NFL defenses. In college, Mayer showed a natural ability to find soft spots in zone coverage and create separation. If he can replicate that against professional defenders and develop a rapport with the quarterback, he could become a dependable safety valve and a threat to stretch the field vertically. It's also worth noting that the presence of Brock Bowers, while creating competition, could be a positive influence on Mayer. Having a talented teammate in the same position group can push players to elevate their games and not become complacent. Bowers' emergence as a top offensive option means that defenses will have to account for him, potentially opening up more favorable matchups for Mayer. This could allow Mayer to exploit single coverage or loosen coverage in certain formations, making him a more dangerous weapon in the passing attack. Another interesting angle is how Mayer fits into the Raiders' rushing attack. Tight ends often play a crucial role in run blocking schemes, and Mayer's size and strength could make him valuable in opening lanes for the running backs. This dual threat capability as both a blocker and receiver adds complexity to the offense and forces defenses to stay honest. If Mayer can consistently contribute in the running game, it will enhance his overall value and increase his snaps on the field. The Raiders' quarterback situation will also heavily influence Mayer's opportunities. The chemistry between quarterback and tight end is one of the most subtle but important elements in any offense. Whether it's through designed plays, quick check down passes, or red zone targets, a quarterback who trusts his tight end can elevate that player's production significantly. The new coaching staff's approach to utilizing tight ends in the passing game will be a major storyline, and Mayer's ability to adapt to new plays and schemes will be tested early and often. Looking at the broader picture, Mayer's story is also about patience and perseverance. Many tight ends take time to develop into reliable NFL contributors. The position is complex, demanding both physical toughness and mental sharpness, as players must master blocking techniques and route running against some of the best defenders in the league. Mayer's journey is far from over, and this third season could be the moment when all his preparation and hard work start to pay dividends. Off the field, there's a level of maturity and professionalism that will be necessary for Mayer to thrive. Navigating the pressures of the NFL, staying focused during practices, and learning from veterans on the team all play a role in a young player's growth. Mayer's response to adversity, especially coming off a disrupted season, will be crucial to his future success. For Raiders fans, the potential reward is exciting. Imagine an offense where Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer both present matchup nightmares for defenses, supported by a dynamic running game and a quarterback who can distribute the ball efficiently. That kind of balanced attack could make the Raiders one of the most feared offenses in the league, capable of explosive plays and sustained drives. Of course, there are no guarantees. The NFL is a highly competitive league where the margin between success and disappointment is razor thin. Injuries, coaching decisions, and the emergence of other players can all impact Mayer's role. Yet the pieces are in place for him to have a breakthrough if everything aligns. Ultimately, Mayer's third season will be about seizing the moment. With a new coaching staff, an evolving offense, and the presence of an elite teammate like Bowers, the stage is set for him to redefine his career. Whether he rises to become a key contributor or struggles to find his place will be a major storyline to watch as the Raiders prepare for the 2025 season. The anticipation is building because when a talented player like Mayer finally hits his stride, it can transform the entire team's dynamic. For now, the question remains: can Michael Mayer become the impactful player the Raiders hoped for when they traded up to draft him? This offseason and the upcoming year will answer that, and Raiders fans will be watching every snap with high hopes. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Las Vegas is abuzz with whispers surrounding the future of SHEDRICK Jackson, the wide receiver who recently joined the Raiders roster with high hopes of making an immediate impact. According to sources close to the organization, head coach Pete Carroll was reportedly shocked by Jackson's performance during recent training sessions, describing it as alarmingly below the level expected at the professional stage. While no official statements have been made by the team or the player, insiders claim that Carroll's reaction was one of genuine concern. Known for his energetic, player-friendly style and his long-standing reputation for developing talent, Carroll's alleged disappointment has sparked speculation about Jackson's readiness for the NFL. SHEDRICK Jackson, once a standout at Auburn, with a reputation for speed and athleticism, entered the professional ranks with much promise. However, adapting to the complexities and elevated physical demands of the league is a challenge that even the most talented college players sometimes struggle to meet. Those close to the situation suggest that Jackson has been slow to pick up the playbook and has struggled with consistency during drills, two areas that reportedly raised eyebrows among the coaching staff. It's important to note that these are, for now, only rumors circulating among team insiders and analysts covering the Raiders. Carroll himself has not addressed these claims publicly, and it is entirely possible that this is part of the typical growing pains of rookie experiences as he adjusts to the professional level. Nonetheless, in a league where every practice rep is scrutinized and roster spots are fiercely contested, even the faintest hint of a coach's disappointment can fuel significant speculation about a player's future. For SHEDRICK Jackson, the coming weeks may be critical in altering the narrative, proving his doubters wrong, and demonstrating the skills that made him a prospect to watch. As the offseason progresses, all eyes will be on the Raiders camp to see how this situation unfolds. Will Jackson rise to the occasion and cement his place on the roster, or will these early reports of underwhelming performances define his first year in the league? For now, it remains an intriguing storyline that has set the NFL rumor mill spinning. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.